All right. So now today we are going to see calculation of equivalent resistance. Okay. Now what is my target is every time in the circuits you will not be able to see series parallel connection directly. For example, if you look at this circuit, in this circuit, okay, it appears as if there is Wheatstone bridge here in this circuit, okay, but in reality R by 2R is 1 by 2, 2R by R is 2. So it is not in the form of Wheatstone bridge condition. If it was in Wheatstone bridge condition, then I could remove this middle resistor and tell that this and these two are in series, these two are in series, resultant of these two are in parallel, and I could remove this. Okay, but here the circuit is not in that manner. It is not in the form of Wheatstone bridge condition. So in this circuit I don't have a choice, okay, to directly just look at it and tell that this much is the equivalent resistance. So our today's class target is calculation of equivalent resistance for these kind of circuits, and the method that I am going to explain today is called as node analysis. This method is applicable to any kind of question that you give me to calculate equivalent resistance. So how will I apply this node analysis? I am going to explain now. But before that, because I have not discussed, okay, because I have not discussed previously regarding batteries anything, I'll just give a brief, okay, explanation about battery, and in detail we will discuss later in combination of cells. But for what I am going to explain in this part, only that much I will explain now. Okay, so now for example, okay, let us say you have a battery of EMF 30 volt. Now if you have a battery of EMF 30 volt, okay, to this battery there are two terminals, okay, one is negative terminal and other is positive terminal, okay, one is negative terminal and other is positive terminal. Now if you have a negative terminal here, okay, and if you have a positive terminal here, okay, if this is of 0 volt, this will become 30 volt, okay, so that difference is 30 minus 0 equal to 30. Now if this is minus 15 volt, this will become 15 volt, plus 15 minus of minus 15, that will become once again 30, okay. Next, if it is 35 volt, this will become 5 volt, okay. If it is 25 volt, it will become minus 5 volt. But ultimately whatever happens, this difference between these two will be equal to, okay, this EMF, provided this battery is not having any internal resistance, okay. For now just remember this, okay. If you have a battery, that battery will have two terminals, one is positive terminal and other is negative terminal. That positive terminal will be at this much volt, okay, I mean if I am giving some value of EMF, and negative terminal will be some other voltage, so that the difference is equal to whatever is given as EMF. Now why did I discuss this? Means I am going to connect a battery here, okay, and I am going to do, okay, if I connect a battery of V and 0 volt like this, if R equivalent is the equivalent resistance to this circuit. Now if I connect the same battery of V and 0 volt, if this draws I current, then your R equivalent, I mean if this part, this entire circuit draws I current, this R equivalent also must draw a current of I. Okay, even that R equivalent will draw I current. Okay, so now we are going to calculate, okay, equivalent resistance, okay, using this connection. Okay, this connection he will not give it in the question, but for clarity sake I am explaining it, okay, assuming that there is some battery like that. Okay, now observe carefully. Okay, now in this method what is that we are going to do, I will tell you. Okay, so what is your equivalent resistance means this entire circuit, okay, this entire circuit that you have, okay, this top part of the circuit, how much current it is drawing, this R equivalent must draw same amount of current. Now first thing what is that we are going to do is we are going to mark the potentials. Now while marking potentials I told you a point very clearly that potential will rise or drop, potential will rise or drop only if you cross a resistor or a cell or a capacitor, something like that, some potential dropping elements if you have, then only you will be having a difference in potential. So in this circuit here, okay, if this is V volt, okay, here also there will be V volt, here it will be V volt. Okay, so your first step is, okay, I will write these steps separately. Okay, your steps I will write separately, but first I will explain the logic of how you are doing, then I will give step by step in detail. So now if this is V volt, this will be V volt because there is no resistor here. Next, at this point if V1 is the voltage, okay, or potential here, at this point if it is potential is V2, because this is 0, at this point it will be 0, at this point it is 0. Okay, so what is that I am doing is, first step I am connecting the battery, second step I am marking the potentials. Okay, now how did I mark my potentials means, if you look at this, okay, I have connected a battery of V and 0 volt terminal battery. If positive terminal is at V volt, all these connected points will have V volt because there is no resistor in between. Next, if this is 0 volt, all these connected points will have 0 volt because there is no, okay, resistor in between. Now after you have crossed a resistor R from this side, I have kept the potential to be plus V1. After this 2R, I have kept this potential to be V2. Okay, hope you have understood what I am trying to explain here. Okay, now once you have marked the potentials like this, okay, now what is that I do is, even here I will mark the potentials, it is V, it is 0. Okay, now what we are going to do is called as node analysis. So first I will identify the nodes. So let us say it is node A here. Okay, here current is splitting, it is splitting into two parts. Let us say it is some I2 here, I1 here. Okay, next, this is not a node, this point is node. So here you are getting I1 current like this. Let us say it is splitting into some I3 and I4 like this. Okay, next you have node C. Here I2 and I4 are combining. Let us say I5 is the current here. Okay, now in the question he will give you only the resistors. Okay, what all extra part we are doing, we are assuming it and then we are doing it. Okay, so first step, connect the cell. Second step, okay, even though I will give you the steps, second step is mark potentials. Third step is identify the nodes. Now at nodes, okay, at each node I want you to write, okay, at each node I want you to write, okay, your Kirchhoff's first law. Okay, so at node, okay, at node A your current entering is I current is entering, that is splitting it into two parts. One is I1 and other is I2. Okay. Now from Ohm's law, your current I is potential difference by resistance. So your I is, this is V, this is 0. V minus 0 by R equivalent. V minus 0 by R equivalent is equal to I1. Okay, I1 is V minus V1 by R. Okay, your current is flowing in this direction. So higher potential minus lower potential. So V minus V1 by R. Okay, Ohm's law is what? Potential difference is equal to I into R. So I is potential difference by R. Okay, so that will give you, okay, V minus V1 by R plus your current I2 is V minus V2 by 2R. Okay, this is your equation number 1. Okay, now many people will give wrong answers. Okay, do not get confused while solving these equations. Now while you are trying to solve these equations, what is going to happen here is, okay, your V1 we will write it as V, V2 we will write it as V. On the numerator you will get a V term. On both sides VV will cancel off, you will get R equivalent in terms of R. Okay, do not worry about all this stuff. Okay, ultimately your target is get V1 equal to something into V, V2 equal to something into V. Substitute this into this equation and then your V terms will cancel off and you will get R equivalent resistance. So now I have calculated, okay, no potentials, I mean I have applied Kirchhoff's first law at these nodes. Okay, this is node A. Next node B. At node B, my current entering is I1 is equal to I3 plus I4. Okay, what is I1? V minus V1 by R. Okay, your I1 is V minus V1 by R, that is equal to I3. I3 is V1 minus 0 by 2R plus I4 V1 minus V2 by R. Okay, it is your I4. Okay, if you have any doubts, just type in the comments. I'll just keep commenting. I'll also be online. Next, node C. In node C, okay, your I2 and I4 are combining. So I2 plus I4 is equal to I5. Okay, so what is your I2 means? V minus V2 by 2R plus what is I4 means? V1 minus V2 by R, that is equal to what is I5 means? V2 minus 0 by R. Okay, this is your equation. Okay, now from these two equations manage to write V1 equal to something into V, V2 equal to something into V. Substitute whatever you are getting into equation 1. Okay, substitute in 1, you will get R equivalent some value. Okay, this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, so I am telling you once again, I'll explain what I have done once again. Okay, I'll give with steps, don't worry, but I'll repeat. Okay, point number 1, you will not have questions every time given to you directly either in series, parallel or connection. Next, second thing is you will not have the same potential questions every time. Third thing, you will not either have Wheatstone bridge every time. So in these scenarios, when some new question comes, okay, the ultimate solution to any question that you give me, I will be able to solve using this method, that is node analysis. In this node analysis, what is that you are going to do is, you are going to connect a battery. Is the battery going to be given in the question? No. Okay, you will be given, you are connecting a battery. You connect a battery, you calculate the current being sent through it, and that equivalent resistance also must draw same amount of current. Okay, so you connect battery. Connecting the battery is first step. Second step is marking potentials. Okay, in the second step you will mark potentials. In the third step, what is that you are going to do is mark the nodes. Okay, and in the fourth step, ultimately you will try to apply Kirchhoff's first law. Okay, and express it in terms of potentials, and while solving, okay, go from bottom to top. Okay, so start with this node, and then this node. Okay, don't do it in opposite manner. Some people will ask, sir, can I apply node analysis at this point? Yes, but always it is a good practice to start from left and end it till this end. Okay, so by the time you do from this side, okay, before coming to the end itself, you will get the solution. You don't need to take this node separately. Okay, so now in this scenario, what is your final answer here? I will do it. Okay, so 2V R in the denominator will cancel off. I am multiplying with 2R. So 2V minus 2V1 is equal to, if I multiply with 2R, this will become V1 plus 2V1 minus V2. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5V1 minus V2 is equal to 2V. I have multiplied it with 2R. Okay, next this side. Okay, this side, what is that I am going to do is, once again I will multiply with 2R. If I do so, V minus V2 plus 2V1 minus 2V2 is equal to 2V2. Okay, I have multiplied with 2R. So simplifying this, you are going to get 5V2 minus 2V1 is equal to V. Now, how to solve linear equations? I have developed a video. It is in my channel already. If you want, you can do it. But I will directly try to solve this. So I am erasing this part. Those who have doubts, you just erase it. Okay, and you just try to solve it. So now here, if I try to solve these equations, I am going to get, here I have 5V2, no? So 10V is equal to 25V1 minus 5V2. I have multiplied with 5. Okay, I am going to substitute this equation. V is equal to 5V2 minus 2V1. Okay, that will give me, I think I have done something wrong. What did I do wrong? 5V1 minus V2. So 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25V1 minus 5V2. V is 5V2. Sorry. Yeah, I think I have done correctly. So if you simplify, plus 5 minus 5 is cancelling off. Let me check the solution. Plus 5, is this correct? This is 2V2. I have done it wrongly. It is 5V1 minus 2V2. Okay, I have put, multiplying with 2, 2V minus 2V1 is equal to V1 plus 2V1 minus 2V2. Okay, here you have denominator R, sorry. So your simplified expression is 2V is equal to 5V1 minus 2V2. Okay, yes, now I think I have done it correctly. Here also I will check. V minus V2 plus 2V1 minus 2V2 is equal to 2V2. No issues. Now we will simplify. So we will multiply that with 2, this with 5. So this is multiplied with into 5. This is multiplied with into 2. So if I do so, what is that I am going to get is, okay, because of lack of space I am writing 10V is equal to 25V1 minus 5 2s are 10V2. Okay, I am multiplying this equation with 5, this equation with 2. 2V is equal to, okay, 2 5s are 10V2 minus 2 2s are 4V1. So plus minus, if you add these two, 25 minus 4 is 21, V1 is equal to 12V. So 3 4s, 3 7s, V1 is equal to 4V by 7. Substitute it one of the equations, you will get the value of V2, and then substitute that V2 once again into V1 and V2 into the first equation. So here your V2 is, okay, from here your V2 can be written as V2 is 5 times V1 minus 2V by 2 is your V2. So if you simplify from this equation, I am writing it here. So 5 times V1 means 20V by 7. 20 minus 14. Okay, 20 minus 14 will become 6. 6 by 6V by 14 is what you are going to get. Okay, so that is equal to 3V by 7. So you have got V1, you have got V2. Substitute this V1 and V2 into this equation. Okay, then you will get, okay, if you are doing everything correctly, you are going to get R equivalent is equal to 7R by 5, I suppose. Okay, I need space. Okay, if you want to copy it, you can pause the video clip and then copy it. Once you have copied it, okay, once you have copied it, we are going to continue further. Okay, so I need space, so I am erasing the question. I think at least you have copied the question. So if I substitute in this, V by R equivalent is equal to V minus 4V by 7 whole divided by R plus V minus V2, that is 3V by 7 whole divided by 2R. So V by R equivalent is 7 minus 3, 3V by 7R plus 7 minus 3, 4V by 14R. So V by R equivalent is equal to, this can be written as 6V plus 4V by 14R. So from here V by R equivalent is 6 plus 4, 10, 10V by 14R, 2 5s, 2 7s, so VV will cancel off. You are going to get R equivalent is equal to 7R by 5. Okay, so hope you have understood what I have explained properly. Okay, now assuming that you have understood what I have explained, okay, I want you to pause the video and then try for a minute what is the final answer following the same method for a different question. Okay, for practice you have to do it. This solution I have done it. Okay, I will give you the steps, everything, but I want you to try it. Okay, pause the video clip if required, or else you do it after the class, no issues. Okay, do the same question. Take 10 ohms resistor like this, take 20 ohm resistor, this side you have 10 ohm, this side you have 20 ohms, this side you have 10 ohms. Find RAB is your question. Okay, even here there is no Wheatstone bridge. Okay, now if you have understood it, what I have explained, this question will not be a tough thing to do. Okay, if you have understood it, follow the same steps, follow and try to solve the question. Now I'll give the steps. Okay, so what are the steps? I'll tell you. Okay, your steps for node analysis in any circuit to calculate equivalent resistance. Okay, this is the most basic method. Even though it takes time, you will get answer for any question that you give me. Okay, in fact I can do any question that you give except that infinite grid of resistors like this. You will have like a small triangles, that infinite grid part except this part, you will be able to solve all remaining questions. Coming to that infinite grid part and all, we will see separately, but that in the advanced part. But in the mains part, what I am doing is enough, and the same basics will be there even for advanced part. Now here, okay, your first step is connect a V0 volt battery. Next, second step. Okay, first step is connecting a battery like this. Second step, mark potentials from left side. That means positive terminal. Okay, I have assumed positive terminal to the left. Okay, mark potentials from left side, that to positive terminal as, okay, V, V1, V2, V3, so on like this. Okay, that is your second step. Okay, next, your third step is, okay, third step is identifying the nodes and mark them, and also mark currents through resistors. Okay, you are supposed to mark the nodes and also their currents. Once you get this, okay, apply Kirchhoff's first law. Okay, apply Kirchhoff's current law or first law from left side or positive terminal side. Okay, battery's positive terminal side. Okay, then